poor leadership. Gentlemen of the press, I humbly welcome you to this inclusive press briefing so that we can join us in order to save Zamfara State House Assembly from total collapse. Art is now already fragile and not standing on its feet. Without taking too much of your time, therefore, let me go into the purpose of this critical briefing. You may recall that just this last Tuesday, January 28, 2025, our colleague and a member of the Zamfara State House Assembly, in person of Honorable Aliyu Angwa Kagara, the minority leader of Zamfara State House Assembly representing Talata Mafara South in the state constituency seat in the Honorable House, was declared vacant, with a feared by a handful of members who acted in an irresponsible manner. So owing to this advantage, the Assembly is more or less now under the control of executive and virtually taking orders from there and lumping some on the members, whereby the minority's voice is barely heard. We are fully behind the last press release issued by Honorable Kagara and wish to add that 8 of us here have been under undue and illegal suspension by the Assembly just because we have all along refused to dance to their tunes and serve as rubber stamps for the executive. If you therefore remove 10 out of us, that is including or excluding Honorable Kagara, the 24-member Assembly can no longer boast of a 2/3 majority. Therefore, most of the decisions taken under the circumstances by the present number legislature, including passage of the 2025 appropriation bill and state laws amendments, stand illegal, null and void. This also covers the declaration of Kagara seat vacant, which the Assembly does not even have the constitutional power over, standing of the purported declaration as vacant. The seat of minority leader and member representing Talata Mafara South in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Aliyu Kagara, by the Zamfara State House Assembly under the leadership of Honorable Bilyamin Ismail Moriki, which we also deem as an embarrassment emanating from ignorance, abuse of office, and move to weed out anyone who challenges them in the State Assembly. The House at its Tuesday sitting, 28 January 2025, ignorantly declared the seat of the minority leader vacant just for political reasons to silence any reasonable member of the House. This we condemn in its totality. The same Bilyaminus House leadership suspended 8 of us from the House on 26 February 2024, illegally without recourse to constitutional provisions or House standing rules. Our salaries and allowances have been withheld. Our constituents not represented since then, just for voicing out our constituents' security challenges before the House, which became a crime against the House leadership. The suspension, which was effected without due process or fair hearing, is a clear violation of our rights and the principles of natural justice. The declaration of minority leader's seat vacant is a further attempt to silence him and disenfranchise him for his stance on the call for Assembly to reverse the suspension of 8 honorable members and address the injustice. It is sad to note that through these undue interferences by the powers that be among the lawmakers, they have been fighting and terrorizing even their own members who refuse to dance to their tunes, especially as rubber stamps. First suspensions treats, but this cannot be allowed to continue with such abuse looking like business as usual. The members who expect Kagara's seat to be declared vacant are either ignorant or adamant to the fact that Honorable Aliyu Angwa Kagara was inaugurated as a member representing Talata Mafara in the Zamfara State House Assembly on 11 June 2023 as a member of 7th Assembly of Zamfara State, making the legislative years span from June to June for 4 years. And 2023 has ended. We are now in the second legislative year from June 2024 to June 2025. Now 6 months old, with the House currently on recess since September last year due to ongoing House renovation, which even trapped the 2025 appropriation bill presentation, compelling it into a matter of public importance, and reopened the House to allow the governor present the budget proposal before a few of the members. Because of their selfish interest, they deliberately forgot that in the second legislative year, the House only sat for 2 months, because in the first 4 months, they were on renovation recess, while the remaining 6 months are yet to come, and for which they don't have the knowledge of seeing, but they blindly went ahead and declared vacant a ranking House member seat who was elected into the House for the 4th time, confirming their ignorance that before declaring or removing any member, it requires constitutional interpretation and certain processes that must be followed, and not an arbitrary announcement by a bunch of uninformed persons. The Assembly leadership also needs to explain to the electorate how many times they sat to take public interest decisions in the House of Assembly, which has been moving from one place to another, and only come together on a short notice to meet in a secretive manner and take binding of their master, who has since turned them into rubber stamps that are only convenient to some members. Similarly, any member found in violation of the House standing rules must be given fair hearing, given fair hearing preceding any action, and not the blindfolded action of those members who think their uninformed act will hold water. We wish to call on the Mr. President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, National Assembly, security agencies, non-governmental organizations, and other stakeholders to call Zamfara State House of Assembly to orders, as well as caution the state legislature over this matter that may lead to taking them to court with claims of damages. Thank you very much. We sent a petition to National Assembly. They call us, they asked us that we should go back. They will still invite us for further investigation. But up to this moment, we will not hear from them. We are waiting for their response. Appropriation bill, confirmation, impeachment, we need 2/3, 2/3 of the House.
That's the law.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. The executive. We need to have a clear picture of what is happening.
So,
the government is trying to.
executive, they are behind all this mess up.
And equally affecting his own.
All right. My name is Friday. I work for clarification, like Mr. Chidi said. 8 members were suspended February 20. We are 9 here.
We are 10.
We are even 10.
One is
It's
on.
not 8 that you mentioned, it's not an error. 8 members, it's not an error. Then secondly, you also said that it's all not an indication. Maybe off camera it can be just to know that members here belong to.
Good morning. One house, please. Good morning, all. Chance from Zamfara State. APC to be precise.
Not APC.
We are here to brief us on happenings in the state. We'll take it further from there. Similar.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah. It's a text of press briefing on the unfortunate state of interference